over 260,000 families used this benefit last year. The VA wrote checks totaling more than $2 billion, and most qualifying families have never even heard of it.
I will be honest. I spent 20 years helping veterans navigate the VA system, and the number of eligible dependents who never file is staggering. We are talking about families leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table.
And if you are a spouse or child of a disabled veteran who has been told you do not qualify for education benefits, there is a very good chance that information was wrong. This benefit exists specifically for you.
This is VA Benefits 1.1, the first episode in our series. Today we are covering Chapter 35, Dependents Educational Assistance, or D. It is a flat monthly stipend the VA pays directly to you for college, grad school, or trade programs.
But here is what nobody tells you up front. This benefit is not automatic. The VA does not send you a check just because you qualify. There is a verification process that trips up even experienced applicants.
By the end of this video, you will know exactly who qualifies, how much you get, and the one mistake that can cost your family money they will never get back. Stick with me on that last one. Let me introduce the team real quick.
Hi, I'm Bella. I went down a rabbit hole last night and I have thoughts.
George here. I have seen how this kind of thing plays out, and it is something.
All right, let us jump in.
Let us start with the basics, because this is where a lot of confusion begins. Chapter 35 is codified at 38 U.S.C. Chapter 35. It is officially called Survivors and Dependents Educational Assistance.
Here is what it covers. The VA pays you a flat monthly stipend. You use that money for tuition, fees, books, or housing. It is your money. The VA sends it to you, not to the school.
That is an important distinction. A lot of people assume the VA pays the school directly like Chapter 33 does. Chapter 35 works differently. The check goes to the student.
Now, who qualifies? You must be the spouse or child of a veteran who meets one of these conditions. The veteran is permanently and totally disabled with a 100% P&T rating. Or the veteran died in the line of duty or from service-connected causes. Or the veteran is missing in action or captured. Or the veteran is hospitalized for a service-connected disability expected to result in discharge.
That last one is important and often overlooked. If a veteran is still in a hospital bed with a service-connected condition and the prognosis points toward discharge, the dependents may already qualify.
The key phrase is permanently and totally disabled. A 50% rating does not qualify. A temporary 100% rating does not qualify. It must say permanent and total on the rating decision. This next part is the biggest change to Chapter 35 in decades, and I still meet families who have no idea it happened.
For years, children of qualifying veterans had to use their Chapter 35 benefits between the ages of 18 and 26. If you turned 27, you were done. That door closed permanently.
And that rule destroyed opportunities for people who were not ready for school at 18. Military families move constantly. Some kids need time before they are ready for college. That deadline punished them for it.
On December 29, 2022, the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2023 was signed into law. Specifically Title II, Subtitle C, the GI Bill National Emergency Extended Deadline Act. Effective August 1, 2023, if you first became eligible, turned 18, or completed high school on or after that date, there is no age limit and no time limit. Period.
But there is a catch. If all three of those events happened before August 1, 2023, the old rules still apply. So someone who turned 18, graduated, and became eligible all before that date is still under the old timeline.
If you are not sure which category you fall into, stick around. Later in this video, we are going to walk through the most common mistakes, and this is one of the biggest.
The point is simple. If you wrote off Chapter 35 because you thought you were too old, check again. The law may have changed in your favor. Now let us talk money. As of October 1st, 2025, the full-time Chapter 35 rate is $1,574 per month. That money goes directly into your bank account.
Three-quarter time drops to $1,243. Half-time is $910. The rate scales with your enrollment intensity.
And here is something people forget. That $1,574 covers everything. Tuition, fees, books, rent, groceries. There is no separate housing allowance like Chapter 33. It is one check. You decide how to spend it.
Total benefit duration is 36 months if you started on or after August 1st, 2018. The old rule was 45 months, so make sure you are not working off outdated information.
Here is where I see the most problems in practice. This benefit is not automatic. Your school certifying official, the SCO, must submit an enrollment certification to the VA every single term.
And starting January 2026, students must verify their enrollment monthly, by text, email, or phone. If you skip that step, the VA holds your payment until you verify. After verification, expect 5 to 7 days for processing.
So the school has a job and you have a job. Do not assume the school handles everything. Confirm your SCO submitted the certification and then verify monthly on your end.
Here is the question I get more than any other. What is the difference between Chapter 35 and Chapter 33, and which one is better?
Chapter 35 pays $1,574 a month directly to the student. Chapter 33, the post-9/11 GI Bill, pays tuition directly to the school, plus a housing allowance averaging about $2,338 a month, plus $1,000 a year for books.
So Chapter 33 is more money overall, but it is designed for the veteran, not the dependent. A veteran can transfer it to dependents, but that requires a 4-year service commitment.
And you cannot use both at the same time. That is critical. If the veteran transferred Chapter 33 benefits, the dependent needs to decide which one gives them more value for their specific school and program.
Now, the common mistakes. Number 1, and this is the big one. When a child over 18 starts using Chapter 35, the VA permanently removes them as a dependent from the veteran's disability compensation. The veteran must notify the VA, or they face overpayment recoupment. I cannot stress this enough. The VA will claw that money back.
Number 2, missing monthly verification. Number 3, assuming the school handles everything. Confirm your SCO submitted the paperwork. And number 4, using outdated information. The old 45-month limit and the old age 26 cutoff catch people every year.
If you forget everything else from today, remember this. Chapter 35 can pay for your education, but the VA does not hand it to you. You have to verify monthly, confirm your school filed, and tell the VA when your dependent status changes.
And always verify your eligibility and current rates at va.gov or with a veterans service organization. We are educators, not legal advisors. Let us bring it all together. Chapter 35, Dependents Educational Assistance, a flat monthly stipend paid to the spouse or child of a veteran who is 100% permanently and totally disabled, deceased from service-connected causes, or missing in action.
$1,574 a month at full time, 36 months of total benefit. And as of 2023, the age limit is gone for new eligible dependents.
Eligible programs include undergraduate, graduate, certificate, trade school, apprenticeship, on-the-job training, and approved online courses. The program must be VA approved, not just the school.
Verify monthly, confirm your SCO filed, and check VA.gov for the most current rates. If you are unsure about eligibility, contact a veterans service organization. They help for free. Drop in the comments, are you or someone in your family eligible for Chapter 35? Have you already started the process? George and I read every single one.
Subscribe if you want the rest of this series. Next video, we cover Chapter 33, the Post-9/11 GI Bill. The transferability rules are more complicated than most veterans realize.
Professor Erica, signing off. All right, quiz time. Let's find out what stuck. Think through each question carefully before you answer.
If this video is worth your time, a like and subscribe is worth 2 seconds of yours. We will see you in the next one.
A veteran's 20-year-old child wants to use Chapter 35 benefits. The child turned 18 and graduated high school in 2022. The veteran received a permanent and total disability rating in 2021. Does the old age limit apply? The correct answer is A. Yes, because the child turned 18, graduated, and became eligible all before August 1st, 2023, the old age rules still apply.
A student using Chapter 35 enrolls full-time but forgets to complete monthly verification for 2 months. What happens to their payments? The correct answer is A. The VA holds all payments until the student completes the verification, then processes them within 5 to 7 days.
A veteran's 18-year-old child starts using Chapter 35 benefits. Which of the following is a direct consequence the veteran's family must address? The correct answer is D. The child is permanently removed as a dependent from the veteran's disability compensation, and the veteran must notify the VA.
The part that sticks with me is the verification process. This is real money that real families depend on, and it can stop without warning if you miss one monthly check-in. That is a system designed for compliance, not for people.
What hits me is the 2023 law change. There are people right now, in their 30s, who wrote this off a decade ago because they aged out. George, some of those people might be eligible again and have no idea.
Bella, you are right, and that is exactly why they need to check VA.gov or call a VSO. The rules changed and nobody sent a letter.
Next video, we break down Chapter 33, the Post-9/11 GI Bill. It is the most generous education benefit in American history, but the transferability rules and the housing allowance calculation trip up more families than you would expect. That is VA Benefits 1.2. If this series is helping you understand benefits you have earned, subscribe. We are covering every major VA benefit program, one episode at a time, so nothing gets left on the table. Professor Erica, signing off.